to the channel. I'm Anwar. I'm an artist on YouTube. I post a video every day at 11 a.m. EST. I have multiple different projects, whether it be the Cap Souls or the Dudes and or Blue Ant and a myriad of other ideas that I'm working on. And today we'll be working on these Dudes trading cards. So if you're familiar with them, there were previous videos of these cards and each one has been made. There are several others as well, but essentially the Dudes are, this is a little silly idea of these different guys, their cards, and they're pretty much, different, unique. So if you enjoy that, you like that, feel free to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you get a notification when I post these videos. And today we'll be working on a Dude. Which one will we be working on today? That is perplexing because honestly I don't know, and the main reason why is because I haven't really thought about this one. We have our rough base on the bottom, and we might make a mistake here because we're going in with a pen right away, and yeah, I was gonna say I thought the pin was dead. I don't really know what to do for this particular one. If you have an idea for any Dudes that you might want to see in the future, let me know, and I will try to create one in the vein of that idea. But I think this one we're gonna make a like kind of like a knight. I'm not so certain that I'm going to be able to get it right though, so forgive me for not being able to get it correct, but hopefully I am able to do this correctly. It's a little bit crazy to do this in pen, but honestly, if it doesn't come out right, it's fine, because we will, we could just go again any day that I want. It's mine, and art is a ongoing experience, so I'm not too worried about the loss of anything. So let's focus on this. Also, I'm not using reference. I'm just kind of like trying to remember the stereotypics of what a knight looks like, and is a bit rough. It's a bit like in your mind, you could imagine what a knight looks like, but is a little bit difficult to actualize that, like especially with this pen as well, because like I wasn't prepared to do that. In fact, I have not really been thinking too much about what the next one should be. I keep thinking of like Y2K character for the Dudes, and it's funny in that regard to go through that process, but hopefully this comes out relatively well. This is like a lance, but it's very like messy. This pen is like, again, has a lot of bite to it, and yeah, so I think we can readjust to the light, and yeah, so we remove our base. We have a little base here, and now we have to color this knight. I just want to get a little bit of the edges around there. I don't mind it looking like kind of like, like crazy like that, I think it gives it a little bit more character than the other ones that are like relatively very clean. And as for this character, what color should certain things be? We will start off with a little bit of red, I think, in the center of this part. And then for the armor, we will just go here, and then we'll just do like that. Like we'll try to like do like the, I guess it would be called like banding. I'm not really sure what you would call that, but it's like something like the metal just like has like a reflection to it, and I want it to look like really shiny. I don't really like study materials or anything like that, and it's just a flaw, you know. Every year I'm like, oh yeah, this year I'm gonna study, and like I'll do it for a couple of days and then I'll just stop. And usually because like I think that learning you need like a environment of almost like complete and utter like sterility, and that is a bit hard to get. And unless you like go to like, you know, obviously like a school or something, or uh in theory like a class almost, right? Because, or like I guess if you're like alone or something maybe, but other than that it's really hard to achieve that kind of a environment. Because for me, like if my focus is broken even like a little bit, or like there's like something that I have to contend with like mentally, it's just not, I just can't learn. I won't be able to focus on anything. It's like the first like 30 minutes to like 2 hours from when I wake up is the most important time for my brain to try something new, and it will shape the entirety of my day after that point. Because after that interaction, I become, you know, if I do really good, I will want to go back to doing it again. But also, like, it kind of keeps you on like a good sleep schedule, and it's hard to it's hard to keep that up once you get off that sleep schedule. Like once you get into like a bad sleep pattern, you're kind of screwed up. Because if your time is the first 30 minutes, you know, you're kind of losing that by you know, not going to sleep on time, or staying up late, whether it be watching a movie or playing a game or drawing, or, you know, setting up something for the next day. Whatever it is, um, it's just gonna be not good for you ultimately. And at least in my opinion, and for me at least, you know, like for me it just doesn't work out well, and it sucks. Because I do want to learn things, and I do like to learn things, but it becomes significantly harder. So, you know, you just have to be able to focus on what it is that you're doing and work on that thing, uh, whether it be in a group or alone. People do say that you learn better in groups, but for me, I don't know about that. I don't know if that's my experience. I don't know if that's my life. I think that it can be helpful when people are at the same level, but a lot of times the issue is similar to like a YouTube comment. Like, I don't know if you ever watched like a tutorial. Tutorials and YouTube comments are usually very it's my ultimate like problem. And if you think about that for a second and you wonder like what am I talking about, it is my issue. Because in a YouTube comment section for like a tutorial, there's a lot of people that'll say stuff like, "Oh, I never understood this until you explain it this way." And when you see that inside of your brain, you start to think to yourself, "Well, this person gets it. Why am I not understanding it?" So then you preemptively may feel like you understand it now, because you don't want to seem like, "Oh, well, everybody else is getting it. Why am I not getting it?" Reality is, it does not matter if they get it or not, because you are not the same people, and you still might just have to study the thing that they're saying and keep practicing at it. You know, like more recently, I seen a video of what is it called? projection or something like that, dot to dot projection or something. And a lot of people in the comments was like, saying how great it was and how they understood it. And I didn't like. I understand the general concept, but the application is a bit hard. And the other part of that application as well is that they're offering a class. So when there's like a tutorial on YouTube and they're offering a class in the same video, it's a bit more difficult to gauge the information being given, because it's like one of those things where it's like, all right, step one, do this. Step two, do this. Step three, question mark. Step four, profit. And a lot of stuff ends up being that way, where it's like, oh, you gotta like go to the class for like the instruction so that you can really understand how to utilize this thing. Unless you're just like, a good learner, in which case you don't need that. But for me, I think that there are parts of certain things that are just missing, and that information is necessary in order to progress um, the learnings of that. Like, I don't know, but yeah, I just think that it's a bit more involved than we're led to believe sometimes, and those are the things that I think about often. I think we'll just color it in like a little bit green up top, and the bottom, maybe we should have made a castle. We should have made a castle out of gray, I think. Like a castle in the background. Like we could have drawn like a castle, like, and then put like a little window and another little tower over here, and then we just kind of draw a bigger window, and I think that that would be just darken it. I think that looks kind of cool, right? Like that looks normal. Let's add in a little bit more green on the bottom. I kind of wish I didn't make the shield green now, but that's a problem for not us. That's a problem for not us. You got that? Not us has that problem, not me. I don't have that problem. I'm not in control of that. But yeah, that is another night, and I think we have R4. So these are just plain index cards, and this is a what do you call it? A corner rounder. I got this when I was like looking up how to make trading cards for capsules and stuff like that. I also have like holographic paper, but that's none of I guess that's not really important to you. But this one has been pretty good, and I hold it upside down to see the corner when it goes in there, so that you know where to like push the thing, and it just rounds out the edges so that it looks a little bit better. And yeah, so these are the cards that we have so far. This is the most recent card that we have. This is the last card that we made before this one. This is the one that we made before that, the one before that, and the one before this, and the one before that. So this is the Knight card. This card is like, he's like a moth, kind of like a moth bug guy. And then we have a pumpkin dude, and then we have sports dude. We got a Galarian psycho dude, like inspired by Galarians. And then we have science dude, just science. So these are our cards for this one, and if you like the video, you like the art, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.